Love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile. That is a quote from Shannon L. Alder. Do you know what does it mean? Love is going to make you happy, and once you are in love someday, then the world will be yours. As a student, have you ever experienced to be in a relationship before this? Maybe you used to like your best friends or classmates, or maybe you used to like your any other friends in your university. If you ask me, yes, of course I used to be in a relationship before, and my nearest friend also have the same experiences with me. So that is why today I would like to persuade each one of you to feel as strongly as I did before about being in a relationship while still in university. Thus, in my speech today, I would like to highlight on 3 interesting points which will persuade you to start a relationship during your studies, and those 3 are: provide a great deal of comfort, support during your college years, and motivate you to finish your studies together. Firstly, relationship during your studies could provide a great deal of comfort. According to you, Ottawa contributor, if you start a relationship during your studies, you will always having someone to hang out with. He said, if all your friends are busy and you have nothing to do and you want to go out, who do you call? Yes, of course, your partner. Even no matter how busy you are, they will find a way just to meet you and spend time with you. So that is their job after all. In college basic blog, the writer said, start a relationship as early as studying in college also can be referred as to bye-bye loneliness. This is because one of the reasons why people date is to find love and companionships. Loneliness can be a lot to handle, especially if the college is far away from home. Plus, loneliness can lead you to depressions. According to a 2018 national survey by Chigana, loneliness levels have reached an all-time high, with nearly half of 20,000 US adults reporting they sometimes or always feels alone. So from this statistic, it shows us that loneliness is a disease where can destroy someone's life. And as a student, you must keep yourself from being lonely in order to stay focused all the time. Basically, many students find it hard to cope alone, so that if they're having someone they can spend time with. Actually, there are many things that you can do together. You can take a walk to a campus together, or even if you don't want to take a walk to campus, then you can take a bus after the classes. Also, you can having lunch together and playing sports in the evening together. So there are many things that you can do together. According to College Basic blog as well, both of you can learn more about yourself. Why? Because the college years are times where students could finding out more who they really are, including their strengths and their weakness. Plus, the well-suited partner can help you to become a better person, especially on how to handle your emotion wisely and working together just to achieve your future goals. In relationships, a conflict is a must. We will never miss from having a conflict in relationships. However, a conflict that arises in all relationships sometimes taught us how to react with the situation and making decisions to solve the problems. It also taught us how to use our communication skill to persuade and talking to our partner, because in a relationship it is all about the communication to last long. Secondly, relationship among students in college could give support to each other. Being in a university can be emotional roller coaster at times. That is what the Ottawa contributor said in his article, Relationships. As a student, many assignments to be done in a short period of time. Plus, we need to study for the quizzes, midterm tests, and final examinations, right? So, it is good to know that we're always having someone who can support us through this moment, especially when we face face problems during our studies. Plus, having relationship in university also is like it's like having additional support system that can really go to the extra mile when we need them most. Actually, having partner in the same courses will be best moments. Why? Because we can do the study things together, do the assignments together, do the discussion together, and study together. Not only that, building a relationship and spending face to face with people who support us can help us to find balance and promote academic success. Everyone loves to feel supported, right? Especially during the moment when we face stressful times. We tend to face that in college. So, finding a partner could be a great way. Why? Because of course we can have someone to talk to, offer and take advice, and we can get to be around with them when we need them. For your informations, being able to support another human needs is also therapeutic and rewarding. Why? Because we can take some of our stress and pressure of life when we are thinking and caring about someone else often. According to College Basic Blog, having someone during your studies can give you financial and emotional support. Conventionally, people in a relationship help one another in terms of financial and emotional support. But bear in your mind, in college you should start dating wisely, because to ensure you are not in a toxic relationships, especially when it comes to financial support. Toxic here means one of you taking advantage to one another in terms of financial support. As a students, we always face one situation that we will not have enough money, or we don't have money at all to buy food, book, and so on. So other than friends, we also can ask for our partner helps. From my experience, don't worry, they will help you because they will love you. Lastly, it can motivate you, both of you, toward the end of your studies. From Christine Asher writes in Yulop College, if you want to keep your grades up, you should start dating in your university. Basically, many college students notice that their grades start slipping once they are in a relationships, and even the typical ins and outs of the dating world can negatively impact their concentrations. So one way to ensure that this thing will not happen is by having study dates with your significant other. So that way you will be able to enjoy each moment. Each moment you spend time with, while still keeping on top of your coursework. During my studies in STPM in Form 6, James, not his real name, was my coursemate and my classmate. At first, he seemed being lazy around, and he didn't show any interest on his studies. So as a coursemate and a classmate, I've tried to advise him, teach and study with him, but it didn't work well. I didn't know what problem he faced, but that was a fact. But suddenly, he told me that he already have someone special, and I'm shocked. So I was taught at that time he will more focus on his girlfriend instead of his studies. But he proved me wrong. He changed his study routines real quick. He participated more in the class. He submit assignments on time, and he always go to the teachers' rooms to seek for advice for the subject. When final exam was around the corner, he and his girlfriend going to the library and studies together. So that was his efforts. So as a result, he was excelled for the second and the third semesters. So see relationship power. So that was an amazing things happens in his life, and I'm so happy for him. Now James and his girlfriends are already furthering studies at UITM Shah Alam. In conclusions, start relationship during your studies could provide a great deal of comfort, support during your college years, and motivate you to finish the studies together. Basically, all decisions depends on you whether you want to start or not. But when someone's come along and make you world a little bit brighter, then take that opportunity to fall in love. You may face a hard times during your relationships, but you will never know how to face that problems if you do not try it, as well as your capabilities of making decisions toward the problems. So what are you waiting for? You should start from now on. This is for the sake of your studies. After you finish your degrees, then you can plan more about your futures. Alright? Actually, you can get benefit from doing this if you do it wisely. If you have the pure heart, then everything around you will be good, no matter what problem you face during your relationships. Thank you.